Gemini, hello Gemini, and welcome to Happy You Tarot. If you're new here, welcome. I'm also new here to YouTube, so I would greatly appreciate the likes, the shares, the comments, and subscribes. I would love for you to be a part of the family here at Happy You Tarot. Okay, Gemini. What I want to do is a 2024 prediction reading for you of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to look at the first half of the new year, so from January to June, the energy around that, and what to expect for you for the first half of the year. We're also going to look at money and career, abundance, and the energy around that. And last but not least, we're going to tap in and do a love portion of the reading, looking at the energy around my Geminis who are single, and if there's new love coming in or return of an ex. Okay, we'll look at that. And we're also going to look at the singles who are coupled. So it's the Geminis who are in a partnership. What does the energy and momentum look like around that? All right, so let's get started. I pulled an overall energy card for all air signs, and it says, I celebrate my lineage and I honor my ancestors. Okay, beautiful energy. So I took some notes, Gemini, but the main thing is there's going to be an emphasis in 2024 around gratitude. Okay, centering yourself, being grateful for where you are, but also for those who have paved the way for you. Okay, mothers, fathers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles, anyone who's just been very inspirational in your life. Ancestors, right? Energy around that. Ancestors that are known and unknown. Okay, so like I said, these could be people who are in your energy currently, and you're seeing them every day. Whether you're distant from them, or emphasis on ancestor energy, those who are no longer with you, and you don't see them, but you just feel their love, their support, right? Maybe there's grandmother, I'm feeling energy around you, passed on parents who are still sending you love, light, and support. You feel the love and the connection even now, and you're wanting to show gratitude. Do that this year. Okay, emphasis on that, because they're sitting in love and light and support of you. For a lot of you, they're a guide for you, and they're helping you with just life, day-to-day things, and also abundance, your career, right? Things that you're trying to manifest, right? I just feel that they're there, they're supporting you. And just so you just take some time, right? If you create a ancestor altar, or just a sacred space where you meet with your spiritual team, the divine, right? And just say thank you. Okay, so an overall energy and emphasis on that for 2024 for you, Gemini. Okay, so now let's get into the tarot. And so we're going to look at the first 6 months, like I said. And I've prayed and shuffled the deck, so we're going to pull 6 cards for you and see what the energy is from January to June. All right. And we're going to see how that relates to your overall energy with the gratitude and connection to your ancestors. All right, so the first card you have is the Five of Swords. Okay, so January, Gemini, Five of Swords is here. Somewhat of a heavy energy, but it is what it is. We're going to look at it. A lot of times cards like this reflect advice from spirit. So Five of Swords talks about feeling defeated. Okay, Five of Swords could be that energy of just feeling overwhelmed, like I said, defeated, tired, right? I do feel though that there's a push through, like even though you feel that way, you're pushing through. So in January, you may be faced with some challenges. Okay, so coming into the new year, Gemini, you may already see challenges. The key here is to not see them as defeats, right? But just challenges and obstacles that you can overcome, and maybe drawing from the strength of those around you in your environment who who are inspiration for you, right? Who give you wise counsel. Okay, that could be a friend, it could be a loved one, an elder, or it could be someone from the other side, right, who has passed over, and just asking them, talking with them and connecting with them in the spirit realm, and just and also I'm hearing not so much as because they're there, so just acknowledging that they're there and they're wanting to help you through this. Okay, knowing that no matter how I know that sometimes we go through situations and we feel alone, but just to be reminded that we're never alone, right, in the universe, right? We have so much help and support and love and guidance, right? And to just believe that and trust that. So that's your message for the month of January, okay, Gemini? In February, you have the King of Cups, all right? So water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. The King of Cups talks about is love, right? Love and emphasis on emotional well-being, emotional tapping into those emotional parts of yourself. There definitely may be an emphasis. There may be a father that has transitioned to the other side who is sending you messages through dreams. I'm seeing butterflies, so maybe there's a connection maybe to a butterfly or just dreams, but I'm seeing that. But this person is a guide for you. You know and feel that they're with you. So there's confirmation, right? But it's just they're sending love and support, and they're wanting you to know that to keep thriving and pushing through this, okay? So for some of you, this could be a father that has passed over, an uncle, a best friend, but just someone who, if they supported and, supported and encouraged you, in this, in your lifetime, right? Then just know that, they're still doing that. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling. And as it relates to you, Gemini, there may be an emphasis on you loving on yourself more. Okay, tapping into those deep emotional parts of yourself in February. Okay, creating a self-care ritual, getting advice if that's tapping into maybe therapy for emotional health and wellness. Okay, but an emphasis on emotional well-being, or an emphasis on love and being divinely guided. Okay, by those who have passed over. Okay, and it feels like a masculine energy, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a male or female. This person could have just exuded a lot of masculine, right, energy, a lot of determined energy. I'm feeling this person was that person that wouldn't let you give up on yourself, right? They didn't let you give up on yourself when they were here, and they're still not wanting you to give up on yourself. Okay, so that's the energy around February. In March, you have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so in March, you may feel, Eight of Swords is talking about maybe like a self-imposed prison, right, of the mind. Be feeling like you're stuck in your thoughts, stuck in your head. You're fearing the unknown, but it's only because it's tied to anxiety, to worries and things that may not even manifest, right? I think I read somewhere that we worry about things that don't even come to pass, right? 80 or 90% of the things we worry about and stress over, never even come into pass. So that's what in March there's going to be an emphasis on the challenges for you to analyze your situation, right? I always say take an assessment. We want to see things for how they are, right? We don't want to sweep them under the rug. We don't want to suppress it. We want to face things head on. But if you are going through challenges and obstacles, don't stay in your head, right? So create a plan, right? Even if that plan looks like support from others to see your way through this. Because for some of you, and I know Gemini, you're mental people, right? Gemini, air energy, is all about the mind. Many of you live in your head, and you're always thinking, and there's which is good, right? We want to create balance with that. So Eight of Swords definitely could be overthinking. So the challenge here then in March is for you to see things as they are, but then what am I going to do so that I won't stay stuck in my head, right? Releasing things that you don't have control over. Seeking help and advice from others to help you, right? Being able to not keep things bottled up, but to communicate your needs, wants, and desires to your support team, those who are there to support you and help you through things, right? So that, and once again, this King of Cups, right? This person that has transitioned is also, once again, they're there. Your angels, your guides, you have the support that you need. You just have to know that and lean on that, okay? So in the month of April, then you have the Ten of Swords. All right. So Gemini, I already see that there's a lot of things that are testing you for the first 6 months of 2024. There's some challenges here, right? Some heavy energy. And it's okay. That's where you are. That's where you are. Ten of Swords can talk about feeling, once again, that defeated energy. Feeling like you're at you're feeling betrayed, feeling like you're at like a rock bottom and you can't see your way out. But I always say, if you feel like you're, at the bottom, there's only one way to go, and that's up, you got to rise to the top, right? Because that's the balance. So just being able to push through that and see the challenges as a blessing, right? And lessons. What am I learning here? What am I supposed to be learning here, right? Have I been here before? Excuse me, Gemini. Have I found myself in this position before? And what did I learn? What have I learned, right? What have I learned through wisdom of the past, right? So an emphasis on that. And not feeling stuck, but just taking an assessment of where you are, and then putting into action what you want to see, the change that you want to see, and actually working that process, okay? In May, you have the Page of Cups, okay? So pages are messengers. So it looks like in the month of May, someone may be coming towards you to offer you that help, right? Offer you some advice. You may be feeling a little bit more creative. So if this is someone coming into your, and it's water energy, once again, that emotional energy, it could be tied to a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio, but just someone that's coming in offering that support. All right, emotional support, someone checking on you. All right. So once again, I'm feeling to say an emphasis on you connecting to your support system. Okay. Because for who I'm connecting to in this reading, you're dealing with so there's some challenges here. You're dealing with some very heavy emotional things. Okay, you're in your mind. Okay, so yeah, so I can see how that can appear heavy. It can feel heavy, right? But once again, just reaching out and your overall energy, remember being grateful, sitting in that energy of gratitude, being grateful. Sometimes we have to be grateful even in the midst of chaos, right? Even in the midst of what we see as a storm, knowing that speaking over ourselves that, I'm learning through this storm and I see my way out. I know that I'm coming out on the other side and I'm coming out better than I had, and I'm learning and I'm growing, right? Through my struggles have I grown, right? So just motivation, self-talk. What are you being aware of that, of your thoughts, and what are you saying to yourself, right? Because whatever you're saying and whatever you're thinking, you're just manifesting more of that into your life. So there's an emphasis on paying attention to what you're saying, right? What you're thinking, what you're saying, and how that's going to reflect into your reality. All right, and being mindful of that, and drawing from your support team. Okay. drawing from the divine, drawing from spirit, drawing from passed on loved ones. Okay, so things like that. And then in the month of June, you have the Sun card. Okay, so Leo energy. So there may be a Leo in your life, someone that just comes through and just gives you some, it makes you feel happy, hopeful, optimistic. This could just be a friend. I'm feeling that some of you may be visited by someone, right? And it may just pick up your spirits. You may travel. They may travel towards you. The Sun card overall is just clarity, coming into the light. So if there's gonna be some challenges the first half of the year, it looks like by June you're going to feel better. There are things, if you're in a storm, or, that's the perception, you feel like you're in a storm, by June, things are clearing out and you're seeing things a little clearer. And maybe you're understanding why you went through that storm, okay? So that's beautiful. So first half of the year, yes. And I'm not going to say, I don't want to speak anything negative over you. I just think that there's an emphasis on you paying attention and bringing your awareness to how you're operating in different spaces in your life, right? What you're thinking, what you're saying, and taking accountability if you do need to reach out to someone, right, for help, for wise counsel, for emotional and wellness, doing shadow work, right, healing, things like that. And then just being accountable, right, and then taking the necessary steps to be able to pull yourself out of that, what you may consider a dark space. Okay, so that's what I see for you. So not necessarily a heavy reading, Gemini, just more of one of awareness, bringing awareness, okay, to a situation, to situations, and changing up your strategy is what I want to say to you. Changing up how you've done things. Maybe if you've thought of, if you're one that overthinks, set the intention that for 2024, I'm going to find a new strategy, right? I'm going to pour maybe more self-talk, self-care, being more mindful, right? Mindfulness practices, right? Into my energy for 2024. All right. And then set that tone, whatever feels comfortable for you, whatever resonates with you. All right. And Spirit is also advising that as well. And once again, you have angelic and divine support and guidance around you, and just being able to draw from that, and just feel gratitude, feel a sense of peace, even in the midst of what you may consider as chaos. But know that you're learning from that, and you're becoming the best version of yourself, even through that. Okay. Sometimes that's exactly what happens, right? We push through the pain, and we find out that there was a purpose to that, right? All right. So let's see, Gemini. We're going to look at money and abundance, and let's see what the energy is around that for Gemini spirit. All right. So for a lot of you, this stress and anxiety, this heaviness that you may feel may be tied to your income, to your money, and how, your job, just how you make your money, make your living. Because the Moon card is here, right? So the Moon talks about, in tarot, talks about things that may be hidden. I'm unsure, right? So in this energy with the abundance reading, it's going to talk about fleeting funds, money, feeling like you don't have enough, right? Enough money, enough resources. But it also talks about money coming from unknown sources, okay? The Moon card also talks about being divinely guided, but you have to know that, everything's going to be okay, right? Even like I said, in the midst of the chaos, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. There is light at the other end of the tunnel, okay? So that's what the Moon card is emphasis on, as it relates to your money and abundance and things like that. Your second energy is the Ornament card, Gemini. And so the Ornament card talks about money coming in. It could talk about extra money. So at some point in the year, you may take a second job, or you just may feel some relief, right? So if you're in like a drought season, maybe in the beginning of the year towards the middle, you'll start to feel some relief from that. And then if that's the case, there's an emphasis on you being very practical and saving, right? Remembering, right, when the funds that when learning from the past, okay? So being able to save and be wise and have a maybe change your mindset as it relates to money, spending, saving, things like that, okay? You also have the tree card. So I see a progression here. So if there's you're a little stagnant, money's a little tight, I do see it. There's an energy of things shifting and lifting. So there's like a burden being lifted off of you. Because the tree card talks about things growing, talks about financial growth, things coming into fruition, more abundance, okay, stability, right? So like there's, and look at the tree, right? Enjoying the fruits of your labor, right? Abundance, things growing and maturing. So it looks good. So I do see a shift happening as it relates to your money. If this is a job, things are shifting. So hold on. You may not like where you are. You may be looking for work. Some of you may not be working, or you're looking for like a second job, or looking to change jobs. I do see a change happening. All right. So just be patient. Be patient. Learn through the storm, learn through the chaos, but always keep an attitude of gratitude. I remember we said that in the beginning of the reading. Keep an attitude of gratitude, knowing that things are things are happening for you, not to you. Okay, that's one of the things that I say to myself. It's happening for me, right? Not to me. All right. So now, Gemini, we're going to shift it and look at romance, partnership, the love portion of the reading. So for my single Geminis, what is the energy, spirit? Overall energy for my single Geminis. All right, you have the moon card again. All right, so let's see. Get 3 clarifying cards. And the moon can speak of those insecurities. So even maybe in romantic relationships, you may have some anxiety, some fear, some apprehension, okay, around that. All right. So what I'm feeling immediately with this Twin Flames card being here is that some of the Geminis, those that may connect to this reading, you may have been, and maybe you're coming out of a toxic relationship, or just one that didn't sit in alignment with your core values and beliefs. This person could have been a twin flame for you. So our twin flames come into our life to teach us a lesson. So it could have been a lesson in this relationship. This relationship could have been very challenging for you. You could have felt that Ten of Swords energy, felt very backstabbed and defeated, right? But we're going to take it all in stride, right? Everything's a learning lesson. You also do have the Stabbed in the Back card, which talks about heartache and deception. And then you have Snake, okay? So the Snake card can talk about, just feeling like you're in competition. Maybe this person made you feel like you weren't enough, okay? You could have been in a third party situation as well. This person could have been, you could have found out that this person was cheating. They're being, unfaithful, or that they were entertaining more than just you, okay? So, if that's the case, Gemini, then I can understand why the energy in the reading in the beginning of the year, just feeling some emotional, burden, right? Feeling heartbreak and deception. I can clearly understand where that's coming from. But once again, I would just encourage you to learn, see the blessing in that. A lot of times when we connect to people who may be deceptive and Hurt people hurt, right? So just looking at that, what does that mean for you? If your spirit connected to someone like that, what kind of work do you need to do on self? How does that reflect you and the work that you need to do on self, so that you find yourself in healthier connections, connecting to those who sit in alignment with the healthier you. Okay. So that's what I would say for my single Geminis, those that are resonating with this reading. Because I do see it. Someone hurt you. You're coming out of a heartache situation, feeling stabbed in the back. The moon talks about secrets and feeling fears, being misled. Okay. So like I said, just self-work, shadow work, self-care. That's what I'm feeling with this. Okay. All right. So doing the work on yourself so that you can just attract the partners that you feel sit at your highest best, right? But in order for us to do that, we have to be our highest best self, right? So let that situation teach you, that you need to pour back into you, and find what you need to do. Find those parts of you that need the most love and self-care, and do that, right? In 2024, do that for yourself, because you deserve it, right? You absolutely deserve it. We all do. All right. So that's the energy for my single Geminis. Okay. So let's see. Those Gemini spirit who are in a partnership, what is the energy around that? All right, you have the Temperance card. A lot of signs have gotten the Temperance card. All right. A lot of patience is needed in these relationships. Balance, right? So Temperance, you may be in a relationship with a Sagittarius energy. The Temperance talks about balance, restoration. You and your partner may be trying to figure things out and create more balance and give and take, reciprocity in the relationship. You may be coming out of a period of energy that was a little chaotic, and now you're kind of resolving things and arriving, sitting in calmer water, so to speak. Okay. So it feels good. You're understanding each other. Okay. All right, Spirit. 3 more cards. All right. So yes, so for those of you who are in a partnership currently, it could be a newer connection, a marriage, a long-term commitment. You and your partner, I think in the past, is the way the cards, the energy around the cards is telling me that some of you may have been, it says frustrated in a relationship. So for a lot of you, you and your partner could have went through some conflict. You're coming out of conflict, but it looks like you're trying to work through that. I would just say make sure that if you have forgiven your partner, then that's, if you forgiveness, show that, put action to that, right? We can't say I forgive you and then we're throwing up everything that they did in the past, right? Because that's not forgiveness, right? So if you're going to forgive your partner for whatever this conflict that you're coming out of, this deception, right? Then if you're going to forgive and do the work, right? You both have to do that. But if you're not, then, maybe you need to look at, be honest with yourself. If you cannot forgive them, to let them go, right? To separate, because I just think that's so unfair, right? If we say that we're going to forgive our partner, but then we're holding things over their head from the past. Every little thing they do, we're going back and we keep bringing it up, right? So that's not fair, okay? I definitely could be speaking to a Gemini who's in a partnership with someone who did. There was a third party, so maybe your partner cheated. Third party could, and it could be that they stepped out of the relationship, right? They were unfaithful, they cheated. Third party could also just be anyone around them that is a distraction, right? That is pulling them away from what they have, interference, right? From the energy, that you all have together. So this could be family, right? This could have been a family member, a friend, right? And maybe they were just planting, seeds of negativity, right? And doubt in your partner's head. So I do see that for some of you who resonate with this, you're coming out of a period of conflict, chaos, deception with your partner, but it looks like you're really trying to make it work. You're trying to be patient with them with this Temperance card and bring balance back into the situation. Okay. The last card you have is the Hand of Cards. Okay. Which talks about taking a leap of faith, right? It talks about taking a chance. So many of you may be taking a chance and saying, yes, let's reconcile. You're worth it. You may see your partner is worth taking giving them a second chance, right? So if you were the one who, regardless to where you sit in that dynamic, if you were the one who cheated or you were the one who were cheated on, like I said, if you're going to take that leap of faith, or if your partner's taking that leap of faith with you to restore and bring balance back into the situation, respect that, right? Show gratitude for that. Remember your energy of gratitude. And then don't just say, I forgive you, or yes, we can work on this, but actually put the work in. Let your partner see that you're trying to move in a direction of wholeness and oneness in the relationship and bringing things back into balance and harmony. Okay. So that's what I'm saying for those Geminis who are in a partnership. Okay. All right. So overall, it looks good. Around June, we will check the next 6 months. So from June to December, or July from August to December. And so that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope that this reading brought you some clarity. I hope it helped. Please leave me a comment. Once again, I would love for you to be a part of the family here at Happy You Tarot, and I'll see you next time. Peace, love, and light, Gemini.